Deadpool, aka Wade Wilson, lounged in his cluttered apartment, flipping through channels on his old TV. The room was a chaotic mix of comic book posters, swords, and half-eaten chimichangas. His red and black suit was strewn across a chair, and he was enjoying his usual combination of snacks, nachos, and chimichangas. Suddenly, there was a knock on the door. Wade, chewing on a nacho, frowned. No one ever knocked. He grabbed his katana and approached the door cautiously. "Who's there?" he called out. "Package delivery for Wade Wilson," came the muffled voice. Wade opened the door, receiving a small, nondescript package from a delivery person. The man didn't say a word and hurried off. Wade closed the door and turned his attention to the package. It was plain brown with no markings. He raised an eyebrow, intrigued. "Let's see what's inside," Wade muttered, tearing open the package with exaggerated care. Inside was a single note with a cryptic message: "Meet me at the abandoned warehouse on 5th at midnight. Bring your best." Wade smirked. "Ooh, sounds like a mystery. Or a trap. Either way, I'm in." He quickly suited up in his iconic red and black costume, grabbed his weapons, swords, guns, and a few grenades, and headed out the door. The city streets were dark and empty as he made his way to the warehouse. The warehouse on 5th was as decrepit as expected. It loomed in the darkness, its broken windows and sagging roof giving it an ominous appearance. Wade approached cautiously, his senses on high alert. He could feel the adrenaline pumping through his veins, ready for whatever awaited him. Pushing open the creaky door, he stepped inside. The interior was dimly lit by a few hanging bulbs. Dust particles floated in the air, illuminated by the faint light. He moved quietly, his footsteps muffled by the thick layer of dust on the floor. "Alright, let's see what kind of welcome party we've got," Wade said, his voice echoing off the walls. As he moved deeper into the warehouse, he spotted a figure in the shadows. But instead of attacking, they tossed a small device to Wade. "Relax, Deadpool," the figure said, revealing themselves to be a sleek, tech-savvy individual. "I'm here to talk." Wade raised an eyebrow. "Talk? You go through all this trouble just for a chat?" The person nodded. "I have information. Something you might want to hear." Wade crossed his arms. "I'm listening." The stranger introduced themselves as Cypher, a former agent of a covert organization. They explained that the broker, a powerful figure pulling strings behind the scenes, was targeting mercenaries like Deadpool. "Why should I trust you?" Wade asked. "Because I used to work for them," Cypher replied. "And now I'm on the run. The broker is dangerous and has a plan that involves eliminating anyone who can challenge them." Wade leaned against a crate, considering the information. "Alright, say I believe you. What's the plan?" Cypher handed Wade a data chip. "This contains information on the broker's operations. Locations, contacts, plans. It's everything you need to bring them down." Back in his apartment, Wade inserted the data chip into his computer. Files and documents filled the screen, revealing a web of connections and operations run by the broker. He began to dig deeper, piecing together the clues. As Wade uncovered more about the broker, he realized the scope of their influence. They had agents embedded in various organizations, manipulating events from the shadows. Wade's eyes widened at the realization of how deep this went. "Alright, broker, let's see what you're up to," Wade muttered, scrolling through the data. One of the files led Wade to a high-profile gala event where the broker was rumored to be meeting with key associates. Wade decided to stake out the event, using his skills to blend in and gather intel. Dressed in a sharp suit, Wade infiltrated the gala, mingling with the guests and keeping an eye out for any suspicious activity. He spotted several individuals from the broker's network, noting their interactions and conversations. As the night progressed, Wade's patience paid off. He overheard a conversation about a major deal going down soon, one that could give the broker even more power. Returning to his apartment, Wade pieced together the information he had gathered. He realized that the broker's plan involved acquiring a powerful artifact that could tip the balance of power in their favor. "Time to crash their party," Wade said, formulating a plan to intercept the deal and expose the broker. Under the cover of darkness, Deadpool approached the warehouse. Police cars surrounded the building, their lights casting a chaotic glow. Peering through a cracked window, he saw brokers being led away in handcuffs, their faces etched with confusion. "Time to play detective," Deadpool muttered, slipping around to a side door. It was slightly ajar, and he slid inside, moving stealthily through the dark corridors. His eyes caught sight of a security room, a faint light flickering inside. "Hello, security footage," he whispered, making his way into the room. He found a computer and quickly accessed the security cameras. The footage showed a group of masked individuals sneaking into the warehouse the night before, planting boxes filled with incriminating evidence. "Bingo. A classic frame job," Deadpool said with a grin. He downloaded the footage onto a flash drive and slipped back out of the warehouse. Reyes looked up, surprised. "Deadpool? What are you doing here?" "Playing hero, as usual," he replied, handing her the flash drive. "This little gem has footage proving those brokers were framed." Reyes plugged the drive into her computer and watched the footage. Her eyes widened as the truth became clear. "This changes everything," she said, her voice filled with determination. "We need to get those guys out of jail and find the real culprits." "That's the spirit," Deadpool said, giving her a thumbs up. "Now go, be the hero this city needs." Reyes wasted no time. She made the necessary calls, and within hours, the brokers were released. An investigation was launched to track down the masked group responsible for the frame-up. With his mission accomplished, Deadpool walked away from the precinct, feeling a rare sense of satisfaction. He had cleared the brokers' names without firing a single shot.